We're live.
Hello!
This is our session 1 for Vampire the Masquerade, which we totally not been... Thanks for the notification. We've totally not been planning for a while and not gotten to it because of issues. I'm sorry for the layout. I've had a heck of a time this last month, and this is what I could pull together last minute. It will be updated as we go. In the meantime, real quick, let's run through everyone who is here. Vex, who are you? Would you like to say a little bit of yourself?
Thanks.
Pleasure. I'm like the teacher who's like, who's not concentrating? I'll pick them.
I am concentrating, but thanks.
Thanks for
I'm
the
trying to
follow.
make sure I'm centered in your layout. So I'm Vex. I use he, they pronouns. I used to do a lot more, but I'm about to do a lot more. Anyway, you can find me on Twitch at VexSomniari, Instagram, VexSomniari, Twitter. My name is me everywhere. That's also my email. So
if you ever want to email Vex,
for some reason, yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna give you non-solicited eggplants.
Please don't. I get enough of those already.
Oh
no. But currently I am on this stream, and I'm in the process of making a Twitch show where I bring people on to try TTRPGs that they've never played before. So look forward to that on Twitch in the future. I'll be part of a upcoming podcast soon. And yeah, I said a lot of times in that.
Me too. Sim. Hot potato, who do you want to throw it at?
Fuck. Blaine.
Wow, Nicole.
Subliminal messages work.
Okay. Hi, I'm Blaine. He, him pronouns. This is my first TTRPG stream. I'm here to eat people and, I don't know, not die.
I would just like everyone...
We'll see. I'm just playing a guy. He's perfectly normal.
Can I just say I asked him to speak as his character for Tech Check, and this bastard was like, devour! Let me eat people! Totally normal.
Not a Sabbat game yet.
Yet! Blaine, hot potato.
Nicole.
Hi everybody. I am nowhere on social media unless Jack puts me there. And I am GMing this group, and luckily I have very little sanity, so I'll be fine. I've met enough of them to be concerned, but hey, it'll be fun.
We'll be just fine. Last but not least...
You wounded me.
You wounded me.
Not yet.
One of the most famous people that has ever graced my screen. Meet Dyson Autism.
Hello, everybody. How's it goes? My name is Dyson Autism. You guys can find me at Dyson Autism at pretty much a lot of places. I have a Twitch called Dyson Autism. I have a YouTube channel called the Dyson Dragon Theater Company, which I'm going to be working on, like, getting stuff. I just started school, so I'm a little bit frazzle-dazzle right now, but it's all good.
I'll have everyone know that it is so worth the wait.
Yeah.
Because he's fantastic.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Hi, I'm MiesterHypester. You have found me. That's all I'm gonna say about myself. Anyway, game?
Game?
What?
A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, show some love about yourself.
Pronouns, at least.
Yeah.
He, they.
There we go.
My thing.
Oh shit! I forgot to do my pronouns. I'm he, him. So ye.
Everyone's pronouns, including their characters' pronouns, are on the screen above their faces or in Nicole's underneath her face. If you have any questions, please pop in the thing. I will try to get to them as we can. This is session 1. Just buckle in, have fun. I'm sad I don't have
And
fangs.
let's go, but nuts.
All right.
Yeah.
I said it with Blaine.
Nicole, I think I'll hand the game over to you if you'd like to start.
Thank you. Okay, guys, just so we did our housekeeping beforehand, and just a reminder, you can do whatever you want, you can be whatever you want, you can get up to whatever you want. Deal with what comes after any way that you please. Okay? But it's more about what you do rather than what you roll. The role playing, not role playing. And I hope you guys have fun. At the end, we're going to have a session to just have a quick chat, just to see how everybody is, and let's go from there. So,
Communication is important, boys and girls.
It is the evening of the 16th of September. Autumn is on the horizon. You are all in Washington, D.C., in a gorgeous, heavily converted house that is basically a mansion with its attached graveyard. You have all been living together for a while, ranging from 6 months to the last 30-odd years. And the sun has just set. You have just awoken. I'm going to let you all do your evening routines and bump into each other before we go on.
Okay.
Bellona's in the kitchen.
And where's Vex?
Probably just coming out of the room, like doll in arm.
Blaine?
Probably getting dressed in the, like, I don't know how many layers that's been set out for me for the day.
Roll a dice.
Oliver.
What should I roll? What do you want me to roll? What dice?
6. Imagine if it's just one layer coming out
Oh
of the
my God.
bathrobe.
4.
Sandy has laid out 4 layers of clothing for you today.
Fantastic.
Blaine's life is run, Oliver, you would know this. Blaine's life is run by the drag queen who is his PA, personal accountant, and runner of life and fashion, whose name is Sandy Fabulous.
I love it. All right. Oliver, he's in the living room, kind of like polishing his wedding ring right now.
Okay.
I think as Amorette comes into the kitchen, Bellona's just gonna, like, at the table, just sort of squish the extra cup of tea.
Which?
Like, just push it over, like, nudge it over with her fingers.
So since you two are meeting each other for the first time in-game, let's have us some character descriptions.
Oh,
Especially since we need to know, are we dealing with Amorette or Feign?
So I get to describe one of my favorite parts about this character. Their name is Amorette Feign, and they are gender fluid. And if they are
Yee.
presenting more feminine, they go by Amorette and use she, they pronouns. If they are presenting more masculine for the day, they go by Feign and use he, they pronouns. So they is always a safe bet for them, if you're not sure. But today, Amorette is coming down, and she is in a just below the knee length Lolita dress. It is a pale, like, pastel blue for the most part that has pearlescent accents. And it has, like, a bit of a structured corset, but it's not a true corset, even though it has, like, the boning to it. And she has white hair that currently has white extensions in it as well, and it's up in these cute little twin tails. Her eyes are this light, like, pearlescent color almost, especially if, like, the light's catching them. It's really gay because sometimes you can see a rainbow in their eyes. You know, like the old Barbie Fairytopia. Anyway,
oh my God.
but And yeah, she walks in. Takes.
Height?
Thank you for reminding me. Amorette is 4 foot tall.
It's so much worse than I thought.
Yep. Amorette is 4 feet tall in all of her glory, I suppose. Her hair is a bit curly, as well. It has some curl to it. Yeah, I think that's it.
I forgot that she was 4 feet tall.
She has a flaw for it.
It is for nothing. I love it.
For nothing.
What does Bellona look like? Bellona's a tall, tall, skinny, almost to the point of being bony kind of a woman. She's incredibly beautiful in that you want to approach her, but not kind of get in her bad graces. Let's see. Dark hair. Very elegant. Dressed in dark blues, sleek sort of vibe. With long, pretty nails. She's not 4 foot. I don't remember offhand exactly how tall she is. I think it was 5'7" or 5'9". But yeah, just a very... Oh, hi, Maggie. Just a very, very elegant sort of a woman perched by the kitchen counter.
I forgot 2 to 3 things, if it's okay.
Go
if
for
I
it.
just play.
Please.
And they mainly have to do with abilities she actually has. Like being short is a flaw. So she is, 4 foot. She has ball jointed doll tattoos all over her body, which is kind of an important part to what she looks like. And because of the beauty that she does have along with Bellona, though, it's a very different type of beauty. Bellona has this, I believe, like dark vampiric beauty, elegant, refined. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to mischaracterize your character. Whereas Amorette is more so on the cute side. Still elegant and regal, but she also has this uncanny valleyness to her appearance, to her looks. Yeah. Thank you for letting me.
Thanks for the amazing introductions, guys.
Honestly, you're doing much
Yeah.
better describing my character than I am, so, go for it.
It worked.
I have to design for your character, so.
So you two are having a cup of blood, tea this morning.
It's in a very beautiful little porcelain teacup.
I'm sure it is.
We totally don't
in
have
steaming
Pinterests
and-
about it, no.
Somebody. And what are the gents doing?
Oliver, he's about 6'1" or so. He's got very, very pale skin. He's got bright blue, short hair, kind of like on top of his head with green eyes. He has piercings all over his ears and one through his nose. He's got kind of like a red leather fur jacket with on top of around the collar. He's got red painted nails and everything. And he's got a bit of a squarish jaw and a roundish nose. So yeah, that's my boy.
Love you.
He gonna stand out in this crowd.
I have a question. How tall is he?
He's 6'1".
Oh, he taller.
Yeah.
Vex.
It
Come
ran
down
out
here
of
and say that to my
batteries.
knee. Okay. Blaine,
Yes.
your introduction.
Is
Blaine.
Blaine?
Blaine.
Yeah.
So Blaine is this
Okay.
cutie.
Yeah. He's a
Uh-huh.
cutie.
I am very anxious.
Oh,
You're
it's
good.
all good.
So, Thomas is 6'2". He's got the hair slicked back. Like, he has conformed his, like, most of his appearance to whatever Sandy tells him is supposed to be in. He's been around for a minute. And a pale skin, blue eyes. Usually has some sort of glasses on, whether it's whatever pair of wild sunglasses Sandy has picked up or his glasses. Usually, if Sandy has dressed him for the day, he is in nice clothing. On days that he goes to the dive bar with Oliver, he is in a like denim or leather coat, a t-shirt, a flannel, and jeans, so he can just be. But that's it.
Okay. So the doorbell has just started ringing and ringing. Ringing. It's not just ringing once, it's ringing, ringing, ringing. Somebody is leaning on that doorbell.
Oliver is gonna go to the door and just kind of like open it.
You see in front of you a woman. She is brown skinned. She's very scrawny. Her hair is a little bit erratic today. She's got things pointing in multiple directions, but in that artsy, stylish way of I spent, an hour making myself look like I rolled out of bed.
Mhm.
And she looks pissed off.
Oh.
You know this face? This is a messenger for the Prince of the City.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, this got serious real fast.
Keeps
Just
out
For a
of the
second, I'll tell
kitchen.
you her name because I forgot.
I'm just having a cup of blood. Tea.
Surprise, we're all being executed.
Ah.
Roll a new character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all Blaine's fault.
I would like to play a
Oh
dog.
god.
Okay,
Oh.
give me a second to find the NPCs which have disappeared off the wild blue yonder.
That happens.
Yonder.
You're all good. All right. What's your new character going to be? Because we're obviously not going to survive session 1.
You
Oh,
don't
Lord.
trust me, guys.
I almost didn't survive pre-session 1.
Trusted a
I
little
like
bit
how-
occasionally.
Okay, I don't know why you want to say that when I know you in meat space. Like, I've known you for over a decade, Nicole.
I can be trusted with big things. I rarely bite people anymore.
Okay.
But me today.
I said rarely, not never. What is her name? Okay, I found the channel. Sorry, it's been a while since I
You're
went
good.
through this.
I have got
It
to get you to
is-
use Obsidian. It is so much fun.
I need to use Obsidian.
Mm.
It is Pasha. Pasha is
Pasha.
the herald of the prince. She's a general messenger and spreader of news, and she's looking kind of pissy at being on your doorstep at the crack of sunset.
Oliver just kind of like slides his
So
ring on
am I
his.
just gonna stay out here the whole time? Should we wait for fucking dawn?
Oh, okay. Come on in, Pasha.
Thanks.
I like the
kinda like-
idea. I like the
Yeah.
idea of Amorette just sort of sliding like the head over like the door of the kitchenette, and then Bellona just like drifting into view, like
See if one just.
yeah, just ahead.
So I didn't mention, I sent you guys the invitation. It is the 16th of September. In roughly a week, you have all received an invitation for the seating of the Prince of the City. The basic history of the Washington, what has happened in the last year, literally the last year, is there was a great big push from the Sabbat. It failed. The Nosferatu were one of the main reasons it failed because news got around from the Nosferatu side of the fence that there was something wrong with the Prince of the City. There was a massive assault on his haven, which was this beautiful, beautiful plantation house on the edge of the city. The house burnt down. He's gone. He was killed. It came out that he wasn't a Ventru. He was a La Sombra with loyalties to the Sabbat who had actually been priming the city for Sabbat takeover. That happened literally last year. And where normally the Council of Primogen, which are the heads of the clans, would gather and choose a new prince of the city. While they were gathering and deciding this, a representative from the top ranks of the Camarilla rocked up, walked into the meeting room, doors closed, walked out a couple hours later, and news arrived that a prince would be coming to the city. It was the former sheriff of Las Vegas, and that would be the new Prince of Washington.
Okay.
So the Primogen announced this. That prince arrived. That prince has been here for about 4 or 5 months. They've been an acting prince until currently. In about a week, they are going to be officially seated. All good?
This can only bring good news, then. Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
So Pasha was the herald for the previous prince. A lot of the people who were in previous roles are still acting those roles. There might be some shuffling, but everyone's pretty sure that they're okay. But it is a little tense at the moment. People are a little bit, we don't know this new element in the city. Normally a prince comes from the ranks and are known in a city. This is just this wild card that rocked up. So Pasha storms in, stormloops, or walks into the foyer, looks around with this look of, okay, nice place. So the new Royal Highness has called you. She wants to see your happy little merry band.
What? Why us specifically?
Gee, I wonder. Perhaps because she doesn't fucking tell me her business right off the bat.
Well, no need to be rude this early into the nighttime, my friend.
You don't need to do anything. But if I were you, I would show the fuck up.
Did you want some blood? We got some fresh blood.
Oh God, no, you people eat from dead things.
What do you mean by you people, exactly?
You people who live in this house?
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
And she literally eyeballs the two with the teacups going, I don't see no blood dolls running around here.
I will just... Bellona is just gonna... She's walking, but she's walking so smoothly, it's almost like she's drifting.
Why?
Ever so slowly towards the front door. And her eyes do not leave Pasha's.
She notices Bellona looking and kind of pulls a little bit straighter and distinctly stops looking in Bellona's direction, but not in an offensive way. Kind of like, if I don't make eye contact, it won't bite me. So she's kind of looking around Bellona once Bellona starts giving her the look.
Bellona's just she's gonna smile just a little toothier. And she hasn't stopped approaching.
For those who don't know, Blaine, would you like to inform everybody about where the blood in this household tends to come from?
So unless it's a funeral goer or a wake attender, it's usually from the corpses. His sort of place in the kindred society here is providing ethical blood.
Ethically sourced. The house is actually a morgue. You guys...
Love it.
Okay. It's a mansion morgue.
Mansion Morgue graveyard.
So
Cool.
she basically holds out to Oliver because he's the one who's been talking to her. She holds out this black envelope with a gold seal. To Oliver.
Okay.
Oh.
Oliver just takes it.
You're the talker now. Damn it.
I like
Whether or not
I like the actual
Yeah.
talker is not saying a single fucking word.
actual talk is scary car. Pasha is not old. Like, it's known Pasha's a couple years old as a vampire. But she's like, okay, well, what the hell you choose to do is your business. I've delivered the message. My part is done. I'm going out. Have a nice night. And she kind of like... And then for a second, she looks at Amorette and she's like... Looks at you for a second, pauses and like... Amorette? And then leaves.
Just real quick, just before she leaves, Bellona's just gonna be like, stay.
Are you doing what I think you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
about to
Oh,
get
shit.
spicy.
You don't
Right.
show up in the crack of fucking night to be an asshole in my house.
It's not your house.
My house now.
You just live here.
I don't-
Besides,
Might as well be my house.
Amorette with her like teacup of blood is literally gonna head over to Thomas, sip, and just good show.
So, Jack, manipulation plus intimidation, difficulty 8.
Holy shit.
What am I rolling?
Your manipulation plus your intimidation.
No, but like I don't know the dice to roll. Bubby.
D10.
That's
D10.
D10s. Everything in this game is D10s.
Alright.
Blaine, you were not on push to talk, or you were, but
Oh,
Goddamn.
okay.
you
Okay.
didn't push.
And then I add my manipulation, you said?
Yeah.
So that that's an 11.
Manipulation plus intimidation.
That's 11
Don't
plus
forget your bonus.
Where is my intimidation, Bubby? Where is
There we go.
she? I am blind.
Manipulation is the
That would
middle
be
column
a
of attributes.
12. That would be 12.
12 successes.
No, it's wait. That's 12 altogether.
How many
Each
dice?
dice over 8.
Each dice
Tell
over
me every
8.
dice. And if you roll a 10, you get to roll it again.
So how many dice am I rolling?
For
How many-
each
For each
For
point?
each dot, you get 1 dice.
Oh god, that's a lot of dice to roll. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2. What counts as a success?
Anything over 8.
2 8s.
And if you roll a 10, you can roll it again for another dice.
2 8s.
2 8s.
Mm.
So she freezes in her tracks and she can't walk. Like her feet are stuck to the ground. What the fuck?
Oh.
What's your problem?
Oh.
What can I do that in your haven you are using your abilities on me? I am here as a representative of the fucking prince, and you have the nerve to use your gifts on me?
I would just like to give you a friendly reminder, Pusha. And she's just gonna come forward right next to her. Not to her face, but like from behind, right next to her ear. As a representative, you really do need to act and speak the part. If you can't, I'm very willing to give you what do you call it these days? Extra lessons. Are we clear?
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna remember this for a long time.
Ooh, please do.
And after a few minutes, she can move her feet and she leaves. She moves out that door like her ass is on fire.
This
And
is
that door
great.
gets slammed shut.
We're all gonna die. This is great.
It's no longer Blaine's fault.
No, it's no longer
Nope.
Blaine's fault.
Okay,
I'm just a guy.
were you even here when all this happened? Were you just here shouting and come running?
Probably.
He came in like right as she was trying to leave and wait. And then that happened, and he's just like, I just want to fucking exist. What the
So
fuck?
the envelope. Oliver, do you open it?
I open it while I'm just giving off the middle finger behind the door.
So you open it up, and there's basically a simple message. You are cordially invited to meet the Prince of the City at the National Museum of Art and History at 8 o'clock promptly. And it's
Tonight?
signed by the Keeper of Elysium tonight.
Okay. Well, everybody, we better get on our best dress outfit. The princess invited us.
There is one thing. This is not the normal Elysium site. So you've never had an Elysium at this location.
Okay.
All right.
We're all gonna die.
Amorette's gonna take the last sip of like the blood that's in the teacup. It's all gone now. She's gonna set it on the table. And I don't know why. Some of us are currently attempting to make enemies with those in very high places. But to those people, whoever they might be, Amorette very much so not looking at anyone, I would highly recommend against it. For both your sake and mine. Please know I do not approve. And then she will go and walk off with her doll in hand to go change.
Oliver just kind of looks at Bellona and just says, "Ooh, you're in trouble."
The fact that the meter was the self-checkout voice.
Yeah.
So that's how they talk.
Yep.
That
Love
is what you get whenever you talk to them. I also would like to point out that was just said by the youngest vampire in the household.
I forgot about that.
That's funny.
Yeah, for the record, Amorette has only been turned for 2 years total.
Oh shit.
She is only 23 total.
Oof. A baby.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gone change.
So you guys pack up and you head through.
Yes.
You arrive at the museum. It is a beautiful building. They usually are, especially in Washington. Pillars outside, beautiful stairs. The place is closed up as normal, but there is a man. He's a tall, slim Asian man waiting for you at the top of the stairs. He's wearing a simple white shirt, black pants, and he looks a little bit informal, but he's smiling as he waits for you to meet him at the top of the stairs. When you get to the top, he bows slightly and he goes, "Good evening. I am Lau, the Keeper of Elysium. It is a pleasure to see you again." He nods at the ones of you he knows. I don't believe he's met Amorette before this.
Probably not.
The prince is waiting, if you would. And he gestures to the doors, and standing on either side of the doors are two massively built like a wall, men in black suits. They've got earpieces on, and one is holding the door open for you guys to go through.
Goes in.
Yep, we'll happily pass on through.
When
Let's
you
go.
go through, you see that the entrance to the museum has metal detectors. And there is a guy standing with a wand in his hand. And next to them, you see the sheriff of the city. She is this petite African woman, a little bit shorter than Bellona. And she's built slim, she's built small. This is not someone you would look at and believe was the sheriff. But she has been the sheriff of Washington for almost 100 years now. And very few people survive crossing her. Hi guys, thanks for coming. You can't take weapons in, so we're going to ask you to check everything. We will return it when you leave. You know how it goes.
All of the knives. So Amorette has to hike up part of her skirt, pulls a knife out of there. It's like a stiletto dagger. Hands out, pulls up kind of like the sleeve on one side, pulls out another knife from there, and that's like a switchblade. Sets that down, and then she has like a bag, it's kind of like attached to her hip, and she pulls out throwing knives that were a gift from someone who was appalled she could not wield a gun, and sets those down as well.
Literally, there's a guy holding a container in front of this tiny little vampire and going, you can try a roll to conceal a weapon on you guys, but there is a metal detector, so just keep that in mind.
Oh.
Our more military and combat-based dumps would realize that's why you're meeting here, because there is a metal detector.
Bellona's just gonna go right up to the desk. And then slowly from the long slit in her royal dark dress, just pull all the way up. And there's one ancient-looking Chinese dagger strapped to her thigh. And put it there. And that's it. She walks through.
No beep.
No beep. Just...
Wait, does Amorette have the teddy bear with the...
Oh, yeah. So the teddy bear would be on her shoulder like another bag, and she would have to take this teddy bear off and put it in the weapons container. She would not, in fact, explain.
We
Amorette will reach in, take the teddy bear's head, pull it off to reveal the knife inside, and then put the head back on.
Just gonna have
God.
a small sound from behind Amorette with Bellona's go, ah. And then walking. It's that answers
guy
a
literally
question.
just he's convinced that your left arm is a knife at this point.
Not hers.
Everybody else empty the weapons? Anyone want to try and slip something through?
No, I'll take the handgun out. It's gold and silver with some inlays, and the handle appears to be bone on the grip of some kind. He'll put that in, and he'll pull out a bone knife and put it in the barrel, and that's it.
Okay. Walk through, no beep.
All the blades, jeez, guys.
Oliver?
Oliver is gonna try and hide his gun.
The only one with a gun.
This will be a wits plus subterfuge.
Okay. Okay, wits plus subterfuge. Okay, I have 1 dot in subterfuge. This is fine. I'm rolling 3 dices. This is fine. Two successes.
2 successes. So while everyone is staring at the tiny ball of blades with the teddy bear blade and going, why? How? That has all the attention, and while those heads are turned, you have a chance to hide your gun.
Okay.
And so you have a normal handgun, right?
Yeah, just a normal revolver handgun.
So with a little bit of quick thinking, as you approach the metal detector, you kind of like flick your gun a little bit and you toss it on the outside barrier of the metal detector. So if you're walking here, you toss it, you'll walk through, catch it, and stick it in the back of your jacket when no one is going to notice and be like, oh, yeah, okay, nice, yeah, no, that's bad.
Oh yeah. Oh hells yeah.
Hold on a second, I got to do a quick roll.
Oh no. Roll bad.
I'm laughing not at the dice, I'm laughing at your roll bad.
Okay.
Okay. For a second, when you look up, the sheriff of the city like side eyes you for just a second, and then she looks away. You're lucky she matched your successes.
Oh, Bruja, baby, let's go.
Okay, so you guys head through. You are taken through these beautiful marble passages. There are antiquities everywhere. You walking through the African room. There are masks, there's jewelry, there's pottery. Beautiful, beautiful tapestries hanging. There's a room that is entirely dedicated to be a replica of a Venetian bedroom from 400 years ago. Stunning place. And as you walk through, you finally get to the main gallery. And the first thing you notice when you walk through the main gallery are these massive stained glass windows, beautiful stained glass windows that cover the rear wall of a good quarter of this museum. The current gallery is Egyptian themed. There are a couple of sarcophaguses. There is even an open sarcophagus with a mummy that's actually inside, still wrapped up. There are panels of gold jewelry. There's a display of ancient Egyptian toys, children's toys. And standing nearby one of the big sarcophagi is a black woman. She's got very short hair, shaved almost to her scalp. Fine features, sharp features, exquisite makeup, and she's standing in a navy blue suit and very short practical heels. And she's standing next to a table with some objects on it, and she seems to be inspecting the objects as she's in the room. She has herself is there. The sheriff Joe follows you in, so does Lau, and the scourge of the city is standing nearby her. They are talking softly as you approach. They're talking about something. If somebody has auspex or advanced hearing, they would get a bonus to listening in as you approach. If you really want to try, you can strain and you can try and give it a listen as well.
Getting auspex in my character mulligan.
If you want to give it a listen without auspex, it's going to be a little bit trickier because they're not that loud, but the space is very big and very quiet, so it is possible as you approach. What you do notice, though, is all the other bodyguards and guards fell back. So it is literally yourself, the Scourge, the Sheriff, and Lau. Those are the Prince. That's the only people in this room.
Just us?
Can I
That's concerning.
give it a shot?
Great.
Do it.
Just listen in. How would I roll to try to listen? Outside
Okay,
of...
so to listen in,
Yeah.
you would be rolling a perception plus alertness.
Oh, okay. I'm actually good at that. Okay, so...
Difficulty 9.
I'm not good at that. I'm not terrible at that. Technically, it's possible.
Anybody
it
else
won't
wanna
happen.
give it a
It's
listen?
possible.
Which one are we using to listen in on?
Perception plus alertness.
It just sat there and shook. I might actually do this.
Are you rolling 10s? That's a 10.
I'm rolling 10s. Hold on. I need to roll these two 10s.
So just for information, I need to know if you roll 10s, you can roll again and they explode. If you get no successes but you roll a 1, I need to know about it.
Oh my
I need
god.
to reroll that 10.
This is oh lordy.
How many did you roll? How many?
Do we have deception? Why am I not seeing it?
That's subterfuge.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
subterfuge.
subterfuge.
Ah, right, gotcha.
Being sneaky. How many? Whoa, your
How
face.
many
What's
did
going
you
on?
get?
That is 10 total successes because I kept rolling 10s. That is fucking insane.
What?
Let's go.
You not only hear every word of this very large room and this very conversation, you hear what they were saying before you even walked through the door. You have been hearing them down this passageway. There is an echo that you have picked up as you've been journeying down this passageway. You hear the cricket that is farting in the grass outside. You hear the guys behind you trying to figure out how you have so many knives. You hear the one guy talking about Bellona's thighs when she took the knife off her thigh. Like, you hear everything.
You know
You're
what?
pretty sure you hear someone with a heartbeat, even though you're all vampires, okay?
I think the best part. I think this is kind of like, you know, in one of those like curved cavernous rooms. If you walk in that one specific spot, you can just hear things like they're right next to behind you or something. And Amorette just luckily walks right in a line exactly at the sweet acoustic spot to hear everything.
Pretty much. So you're walking down and you hear this conversation between the Scourge and the Prince. And it's, you really want to trust them with something this big. Well, what else do you expect us to do? It needs to be done. It doesn't need to be done. We don't need to be involved in this. I have responsibilities that you do not understand. It needs to be seen to. Others are going to come looking for it, and no one will expect it to be in their hands. It's fine. It's like somebody's going to get killed in this. And it won't be you, or it will be you. Either way, it is not your place to challenge me. And as you guys approach, it goes quiet.
Should I tell
Like-
you what I rolled?
What did you roll?
I only got one success. I didn't roll a one or anything.
So you would have, as you arrived, you would have heard somebody's going to get killed in this. And you would have heard her go, it's not your place to challenge me.
Oof. Okay.
The Scourge of the city is an Italian man. He's a white Italian guy. He is fairly old. He's close to 70 years old. He liked the fact that the old prince was male, was white, was Italian. He is very clearly ex-mafia, and he's got a couple of lackeys, and he liked the fact the guy in charge was just like him. It wasn't a racist thing. It was I like that this is somebody that I can relate to and talk to and trust. And now there is an African-American woman in charge of the city. So there is a bit of obvious tension that you can see between the two of them.
Okay.
Amorette's walking forward to the ruin house, not saying a word, just watching, just listening.
I'm imagining little bat ears on top of Amourette's head.
They're just like full. Thomas would know. Like, that is her. I am taking everything in around me, and I know shit face. Like,
So as you approach, they go quiet. You get a better look at the table. The table has a couple of items on it, but it's mostly like papers, files, a flask, and there is a box. It kind of looks like an old-fashioned makeup box, like the kind of thing a woman would have carried her jewelry or her makeup in. It's got a handle. It's one of those, you know, what Louis Vuitton wishes it was in modern days, 100 years ago kind of vibe. And she turns, she sees you, she smiles pleasantly, and she's like, "Oh, I have a chance to meet you at last. I've heard that you are a capable group in the city. This is a compliment. Vampires from different clans do not generally work together or get along outside of politics. To be an established coterie is actually a very big compliment. It is generally saying you are a group that works together, trusts each other, cares about each other. that's not common in vampire society, where everyone's out for themselves and looking to backstab somebody else.
Bellona does a graceful little curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
Amorette follows suit. She's like seeing how far she can go, though. Like, it's a respect thing, sure, but it's also a how low can I get with this? How far? And it's just
Oliver just does the "What's up?" head nod, just like, "Yo."
so
Bell.
Okay. I love the idea of Amorette like going as
Having a-
low as she can go, but she's only
all
like
the-
4 feet, so it's not that
I-
far. To
she has legs.
She lowers at a slower rate. It counts. But she doesn't take.
I'm sorry, real quick. The foot to like waist ratio is not off because of her height. Anyway.
Oh, it's like Cotton Hill from King of the Hill.
Oh,
Like
God.
your feet directly to the bottom of your thigh bone.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Well, the joy of this is that she doesn't take any negativity from any of your greetings, from the most casual from Oliver to the most formal from Amorette and Bellona. She doesn't seem to actually care that much. She smiles and she tips her head to all of you and is like, "Thank you. I appreciate that, but you can stand." To those who are bowing and curtsying, and I have heard that you are a capable group, and I need a task done.
What do you need?
A delivery. A very inconspicuous delivery. And she gestures to the box. She's like, I have something that needs to go to a very specific person and end up in no hands but theirs. If you are interested, then I can explain further, but if not, you need to say so at once.
Bella's gonna check the other 3 to see what their thoughts are. Like, do they seem like they're keen? Or she's not gonna speak first. She wants to see what they think.
Personally, I'm interested.
I'm interested.
Oliver just kind of like his hands crossed and everything. What do we get after, delivering this for you?
I'm sure some payment can be arranged if that's what you prefer.
A boon?
A minor boon can be arranged as well. And at that, the scourge is shifting. He's literally like, he's not speaking, but he does not like this.
All right. I can deal with a
I will
minor
agree to a
boon.
minor boon.
Sounds good.
Oh, 1 minor boon owed to your coterie as a group. If one claims it, it will be taken by all.
How about a minor boon for each of us?
It's a bit much for delivery, don't you think?
Well, it's a pretty big delivery and everything, so
That's a very small box.
what's inside the box? Because size doesn't always matter.
That is not for you.
All right,
It
fine.
might be a wise thing to earn the friendship of someone who is going to have some sway in the city.
All right, whatever.
Especially since I've heard you had some unfortunate business already this evening.
Bellona's gonna look innocent as fuck.
The prince very clearly does not buy it.
This is fucking over here having a meltdown.
Oh no, Thomas.
There are
God.
a couple rumors going around, very strong rumors, that the prince used to be the sheriff of Las Vegas.
Oh.
If you forgive me,
The acting prince, excuse me, the acting prince.
if you'll forgive
A
me,
week to go.
Her name is... I keep forgetting the names today. Drusilla Kane.
I love that name so
that's so cool.
much.
That's such a cool name. Not like mine that sounds like processed meat. If you excuse me, Drusilla, if I may call you that.
Of course. We're hardly in a place where formality is necessary.
Looks around the museum. If we are to undertake this delivery, would you let us know what sort of difficulties we might encounter? It would help,
Well-
after all, to get this safely where it needs to go.
I don't expect any real difficulties if you're careful. All I need you to do, I have a car prepared. If you wish to use your own, you're welcome to. And to deliver the box tonight before dawn to a nearby location within the city limits. She would have like 30 people capable of doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Stop
we
asking
have a deal?
questions.
Stop asking the first
your
questions. I don't know if it's
Stop
Thomas or
asking so many
Blaine. I don't know if it's
questions.
Thomas or Blaine who's just like, quit asking questions.
I-
The powerful person.
I would like to point out how the dynamic is right now of Oliver and Bellona being the one to instigate things, and I love people to cause problems, and then Amorette and Thomas on the other side, just like, why?
Why? Why are we like
Why is this happening? Why?
Bellona's the one who's pushing it. Oliver just gave like a.
You snuck a gun in! Shut the fuck up! Sit down in your place right now.
Fair.
I think we're going the other way around, but okay.
Look, Bellona just
Would
wants
you
more
shake the horse in his
information.
hand?
And she is asking in a nice-ish way.
The questions. You're asking questions about a top secret delivery. You don't ask questions about the top secret deliveries. Because
don't
even
want
if
my
it's delivered,
people in
and
trouble.
you ask questions about a top secret delivery, you get killed after said top secret delivery. I say all this, Amorette's just
I know. I love the
Not a
idea that like Amaret's like mentally in the back is just like,
Amorette mentally is what I'm doing outwardly.
yeah, I know. That's what I like, that's what I love. Like I'm dead faced, but inside I'm fuming.
Mhm.
We are going to have words the moment we are out of this scary place.
So you've all been kind of eyeballing each other quietly for a minute.
Yeah,
and
like-
you've been very patient while you're eyeballing each other. But she's like, well, do we have a deal?
I think it would be our honor.
I'm in.
We all stare at Oliver.
Oliver just gives a thumbs up.
Agreed. One minor boon owed to your coterie from me. And like behind her, you literally see Lau pull out this little notebook, open a notebook, write a note, and hold it out. And she bites the tip of her thumb and she marks it with a drop of blood. And he seals the notebook.
Oh.
So there's a role that's not currently filled in the city, which is the person who kind of keeps an eye on the boons and makes sure that the boons are being honored. And Lau's basically acting as that for now.
Lau's hot.
Excellent. Now that that's taken care of. And she picks up this box. And it's not big. It like literally it's the size of a teeny tiny handbag box, but it's a little 100-year-old box that a woman would have carried with her to when she traveled to put in either jewelry or makeup or something. It has a latch on the front, and there is a surprisingly sturdy looking, modern looking lock, like one of those fingerprint to open kind of locks, to ensure that it doesn't just get picked. So it's got a little bit of anachronism, and she holds it out for one of you to take.
I'll take it.
Amorette's gonna watch whoever takes it. And just gonna stay quiet for like 1 second, and we'll ask. It might look more natural if I hold on to it.
Mhm.
Noting the old looking, makeup box type thing, and then her entire aesthetic, just like it'll probably be questioned less.
Well, thank you,
I'm
Amorette.
okay
Amorette,
with
give me
it.
a perception awareness check.
Oh,
From who?
For Amorette, difficulty 7. Does anyone else have awareness?
Perception awareness, you said?
Yes.
nope.
I have awareness.
You can also do a perception awareness. Your difficulty is going to be 8 because you're not touching the box.
Awareness, perception. That is a lot of dice. Okay.
It's loading and it's just doing the shaking sound in my ear. Okay. Stop. Sorry, that was just like I was living in hell for a moment.
So if it hits
Oh.
10, I do it again?
Yes,
Yep.
your dice explode.
Oh,
It's
it-
good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I need to turn off sound before I re-roll that, or else that is going to kill me.
Difficulty 8.
Yeah.
So that's 2 successes. I got a 9 and a
Very
10.
nice. Oh, that's perfect. And your reroll on the 10 didn't give you anything.
Now give me a 5.
No.
Ugh.
Let me just hear from Amorette.
What is my difficulty again?
Yours is 7.
5. Not 10. 5. 5. I got my 10
Oh.
earlier.
Take this box in your hand. You feel like there's a current running through your hand. Like your hand pulses for a second as if, like the feeling of having blood flowing super strong in your hand towards the handle of this box. It's almost like it's pulling the blood in your veins towards this handle and
Oh.
towards the box. For Bellona, you have a moment where, as the box gets passed to them, you almost want to reach for it, because at the same time you have that feeling of take it. It's this very brief moment of take it. And you feel a pulse run through your body for just a second, and then it stops. So for those who don't know, alertness is physical perception. Awareness is spooky, hippie-jibby things, supernatural.
Hmm.
So,
It's
like,
probably fine.
yeah.
You'll be
So, like,
delivering it to... Yep.
oh, I was
Sorry.
just going to say, something everyone in that house would have experienced is, Amorette going up to them, handing them something, and either saying, "It's haunted," or "It's not haunted," and then leaving. Being able to confirm or deny whether she's telling you the truth would be awareness. That is all.
Do you do anything, Bellona?
Be
Or Amorette, do you do anything?
And as of yet,
Skipalona's just gonna, like, be careful with that.
oh, I know.
Ah, good.
Just like feeling everything happening in that hand, just like.
So the prince reaches into a pocket and pulls out a black business card. It is blank. There is nothing embossed on it, but you can see writing on the other side, and she hands it to whoever's closest to take it. At the back is an address for a library.
Okay.
From the museum
I'll
to the
take that.
library. Cool.
It
Is
is the... I'll tell you the name in a second. It is the Georgetown University Library.
Georgetown University Library. Okay.
It's fascinating having this take place in DC.
You need to deliver it directly to
Okay.
Mr. Riggs. No one else. Not anyone. Is that clear?
Monsignor Reeks?
When you are there, you will not speak of this delivery to anyone. You will not tell them what you see. You will not even mention your knowing that Mr. Riggs exists. Is that clear? This is a vital issue of secrecy for Camarilla as a whole.
Sure.
Yes.
Crystal.
Are we going
Should you
to
speak, I will
find?
not hesitate to have you silenced. Yes,
GM, do
you
we
will.
know who Mr. Riggs is?
You have no clue.
Yeah. So
Nobody's
Amorette,
ever heard his name.
Amorette's gonna like nod. Crystal, I will not speak a word of anything. How are we to know who Mr. Riggs
I was just
is,
gonna ask.
so that we don't have to speak?
She reaches to the table and she picks up a ring. It is this massive, clunky, thick-banded, almost blackish silver. The silver looks old and worn, and there is a big red stone on it with a white crest. And it's like, he will have the matching ring. No one else. Is that clear?
I have an
Yes.
urge to take a
And
photo
as
of
she's
it,
hol-
but Bellona would not.
As she's holding this ring out to you, there is the sound of gunfire coming from the entrance of the museum. And there is
Wasn't me.
screaming.
It wasn't me.
Box. The box is going in a bag, like in the bag, zipped up, away, gone.
She literally spins to look, and with a single look, the Scourge and the Sheriff are moving towards the doors. Lau is moving closer. Before the two of them can hit the doors burst open, and you see two huge, slavering jawed, fangs and fur. There are two werewolves standing in the doorway, but these are not werewolves the way you know werewolves. One of them has a tentacle in the place of his arm. Their fur is scaled, flesh is rotting. There are teeth sticking out. Their eyes are glowing, and they are huge and muscular. And as you've turned to face these werewolves that are coming through the door, there's a crash of glass behind you.
Oh no.
If you turn to look, 3 more have just launched themselves through and are landing as the prince screams at you, "Go!" And with a single hand, one hand, she lays a hand on this massive stone sarcophagus and shoves it and sends it flying. There is a set of stairs leading down.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm pushing everyone in front of me. We're going.
How close are we to where the guns are? The knives and shit?
About
Let's ask.
6 or 7 minutes walk. About a 3 to 4 minute run.
I'm sorry, to where the knives are?
Yeah, that was by the entrance. You guys walked.
Okay. I thought you meant entrance to like.
The sarcophagus.
Okay, cool.
thing.
I am now following.
Okay.
Cool.
God damn.
Lau
Let's go.
ducks down the stairs.
Yep.
Fuck it.
Going.
I'll buy new ones.
Fucking
The prince kind of hucks the ring at you and then turns and runs at one of the werewolves.
Yep.
There are
What it-
4 vampires remaining upstairs. Oh, sorry, 3 vampires remaining upstairs, and there are 5 werewolves.
Oh no.
So I've heard 2 of you say we're going to go down the stairs. Bellona was like, "I'm gone," from what I heard.
This is not
Oliver
my seed.
is-
This is not where my strength lies.
Oliver is running, but he pulls out his gun and just says, "Eat lead, Gardo fuckers!" and just bangs.
I love Oliver so much.
You can roll me a firearms
Jesus.
dexterity.
that's fair.
Thomas. Well, now the prince
Is
knows
Thomas
we were
making sure he's the
carrying.
last one down? That sounds like a very Thomas thing to do.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Firearms.
I
Dexterity.
am
Okay.
not doing well.
Oh, Thomas.
Okay.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the room.
Oh, yeah.
4 successes.
Oh, very nice. With 4 successes, I'll let you choose where the bullet hits.
Right in the leg.
In the leg. So you
Yes.
knock it, you shoot him in the leg. You actually manage to hit his knee, and a
Huh.
very large chunk of knee and bone gets blown off with that bullet.
Oof.
Within the time you blink, it has started to regenerate,
Oh,
and it is healing. And its head turns and looks at you, and there is blood and bile, yellow bile dripping from these elongated jaws as these absolutely hollow eyes stare at you and roar.
gonna grab Oliver by the collar and be like, time to leave.
Let's go.
Amorette's
See,
gone.
Oliver just like throws up the double deuces being dragged like, see you fucks later!
Yeah, Bellona's
What?
not.
Like-
Bellona knows this is not her scene, but she's also not the type to leave anyone behind. Like, you're
Like,
coming with
Bellona
us.
went back to grab Oliver. Thomas is like trying to watch everyone. Amorette's like, I got my job. Bye.
Yup. Good.
I have the box. I'm not staying here.
Go downstairs.
Good, Thomas.
When you hit the passage, there are some lights in this passage, but not a lot. Very few and far between. The passage is narrow. It is wide enough for maybe 2 of you to run side by side. It is not very high. Looks like a utility passage made out of concrete with the occasional light, and it is running down the length in front of you of this building. Lau is with you. Lau does not seem to be putting exertion to running from anywhere from the waist up. Like, the legs are moving and the rest of him is very calmly,
He's an ostrich.
keeping pace and going ahead and leading you into the shadows. At one point, he kind of stops and he turns and he looks behind you guys where the passage is. Does anyone stop with him?
Bellona does, probably because she needs to catch a breath.
He would kind of look at you and bow slightly and goes, you should keep going. At least one is following us. And you can see the glowing eyes getting closer in the tunnel as something is gorging and clawing, and you can hear these claws on the concrete running forward at you, and you see it approaching.
Oh shit! Is it the one I shot?
Probably.
Could be. You do see yellow eyes.
Oh, no.
Amorette didn't stop to look when he looked back. Amorette's like...
Bellona's just gonna be like, I see, and then just keeps running. Wait, does he seem to like?
I'm gonna go.
Is he stopping to like face off with the werewolf, or is he just stopping to look back for a second?
No, he's stopping and he's facing the werewolf, and he's looked at you and gone, you should keep going. This will
Okay.
take you to the exit.
She's
It
just
was
gonna be
lovely
like,
seeing all of you.
she's just like, we're
He's
in,
confident. Go.
she's just gonna be like, oh,
He's fine.
she's just gonna be like, we're in your debt, and then like runs.
If anyone waits for a minute, what they'll see is the werewolf is charging, and as it's charging, he looks at it, and he smiles. And then the thing collapses and starts clawing at its own head. It starts clawing at its head, it starts screaming, it starts trying to rip its face off.
That
And
really.
Lau is just looking at it going, you are not welcome here. And looks at whoever's remaining and goes, you really can go.
Okay. That really shouldn't be as hot as it is, but anyway. Yeah, just gonna keep running, totally.
Nice. Zoom.
Oliver is gonna behave and run with the gang.
When you get to
Oliver's
the end
gonna
of this
behave.
passage, when you get to the end of this passage, you start hearing gunfire again, but it's muffled, like it's a little bit distant. And there's a ladder and a grate that opens up into the car park.
Great.
All right. Is there like a car that has like their keys inside?
I'm
you guys
assuming
came
we
in-
drove
well, the
here.
Vex did mention a car had been prepared for you if you didn't want to take your own.
Are we
Oh,
still?
okay,
Do we still
alright.
have the hot rod hearse?
We do.
Do you want to take the hot rodders, or are you gonna take
Hold
the
on.
car that's left here for you?
Do we have someone who
Uh,
can drive?
We can
Yes,
We
I,
can
I
take-
can drive.
we can take the hearse. Hold on. I got a picture somewhere.
Oh my
at some point
God.
we're gonna need to have like a channel or like a place where we put all the visuals that we're talking about in for this game, because I feel like
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot.
I mean, you guys are welcome to post it in our dungeon chat. Like,
So I mean more for like where people who are watching.
Yeah.
oh,
Can
in
view
that
it.
case, feel free to toss it in anything TTRPG. I'll
Oop.
tag.
Oh no, where is that?
I'll
Thank
tag
you. There's a
everyone.
lot.
I'm so sorry. My ADHD
You're good.
mind works like this.
You're
So
good.
when you arrived, you stopped the hot rod hearse right at the entrance to the museum at the stairs outside. There is a guy in a black suit with an earpiece. He looks very freaked out. And he's eyeing a gap in the palisades, watching what's happening outside. And next to him, there is a basic black Honda Accord.
Whatever car we're using, whatever car people are going towards, Amorette's getting in. There's a. She's not fucking around.
Oliver is power sliding to the driver's seat.
Of the hot rod hearse, because that's outside. Or of the
Yes.
Honda.
Of the Honda.
whatever we're taking.
We can take the Honda. That's fine.
Cool.
So you get in the Honda, the keys are there. The guy's like, "Are you okay? Okay. You better go. They're in the museum. I'm gonna stay. You guys go."
Have fun, buddy.
Have fun,
So long.
buddy.
Farewell to you, my friend.
He runs ahead and he hits a button, and the gate boom of the parking lot opens for you guys to pull out.
Revs up the engine, slams on the gas pedal, and just fucking drifts.
I just want to make certain: is Oliver the only one of us who can actually drive a car?
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
This is the reason why Oliver should not be left behind with the werewolves.
It's not my problem if he decides to stay.
Oh,
I-
no.
I didn't stay. I'm going with you guys.
I know.
He's
You made the right
driving.
decision. Good boy.
I love Amorette so fucking much.
I love all your characters. You guys are great. So you have managed to survive. You are on the road. It's gonna take you about. It's nighttime. The university area is basically busy around the bars. You are not going in that direction. It's not that busy. There's not much traffic. It'll take you about 20 minutes to get to the university library.
Okay. So, does anybody want to talk about the fact that we just had fucking Garo in our freaking presence?
No.
Does anyone have werewolf lore, by the way?
No.
I would like to go home and pull down the iron bars
Oh baby.
and get my silver. But first, we still gotta drop off this fucking package. So,
I mean, well, hear me out. For a moment. How far are we from house to delivery site? Like to
what was
either.
that?
20 minutes, I think.
You're 20 minutes to the delivery site. The house is kind of going not the opposite direction, but a little bit off. If you
Yep.
were to swing by the house first, you'd probably take about an hour, hour and a half, because you
And-
do have to go through one of the busier districts.
And how much
Um,
time do we have?
Well, you have to deliver it before dawn and get back home so you don't turn to dust. The one problem is you don't know what to expect to see when you get there and how long that'll take.
It's true enough, but we have the entire day.
Night.
Let's
Well, the entire night.
There we go.
Pardon-moi.
Semantics.
I say we go back to the house and we get into my toys, because almost all of ours were taken, and then we go.
Yeah, just to make sure we're actually prepared for anything we might face after that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's
Bellona
go.
just nods.
Sure, we're not followed though.
I drive over to our place.
Amorette will say, before we actually like really head up, we have to make sure we are not followed.
Oh yeah.
Perception alertness.
Okay.
Amorette's like, I'm not leading anyone home to my boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perception, alertness. Okay, I'm decent at that.
Just a quick question in the chat. Anyone who's okay with the others knowing their clan can just quickly mention what clan they are if the others know. Remember, it is
Nobody
bad manners to
knows.
ask somebody their clan.
You're being rude,
You
Six.
kind of infer. You kind of infer by their abilities and who they hang out with. But if anyone has brought it up or someone would know your clan, you're welcome to say.
I don't think anyone knows Bellona's clan.
Toreador. Amorette's
Toreador.
the whole fucking Toreador. Huh? So,
Team
2 Toreadors,
Toreador.
a Bruja, and whatever the fuck you are.
Yeah.
A
All right.
problem.
You want to know how much I rolled, guys?
Sure.
I rolled 5 dices and 0 successes.
Did you get a 1?
Wow.
Did you roll a 1?
No, I did not roll the 1.
Okay.
3
successes.
We're just
successes.
regular screwed.
I rolled 2 10s.
Ooh, roll them again.
I did. They didn't give me anything.
Oh. So it was standard difficulty of 7.
Oh, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay, if I don't tell you the difficulty, it's always the standard of 7.
Okay.
Okay. There is a car that, as you pulled out of the university, you noticed. That car is a couple of cars behind you.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're being
There-
followed.
Oliver, that one.
Windows
there-
are tilted. The windows are tinted, excuse me. The car is noticeable because it's one of those custom paint jobs with a very unique blue
Ooh.
and some golden designs along the sides. Very Egyptian designs along the sides and on the hood.
Oh
But
God.
the windows
Is
are tinted.
this is a
Oliver,
bot.
Oliver,
Yep.
the beautiful blue car behind us is
All right. Hold on to your ass cheeks, everybody. We're going for a ride. Woo!
Anyone who's
Hi.
sitting next to Bellona just gets. This is why I hate vehicles.
So,
So-
Amorette's silent, stock still, and this is just there's nothing behind the eyes. I want you to be very clear. Nothing. She's checked out. She's gone. She saw the car, and that was her last coherent thought.
Bellona's gonna like reach over and hold Amorette's hand. Just like no reaction, it's fine.
Is
Oliver,
there
do me a drive dexterity check while Thomas is talking.
Okay.
is there anything in the car or like the dash compartment that I can like throw at the windshield?
There's a figurine of a little hula girl dancing.
Oh my word.
Other than that, the car is kind of pristine. It's an air freshener.
It's an
Yep.
air freshener.
Smell better.
Pristinely clean. Like this car was valeted.
Oh.
How many successes?
3.
Fantastic.
Nice.
After Oliver guns it and takes a sharp turn and another sharp turn and runs through a red robot, you guys miss a truck by like a millimeter.
Oof.
And he gets to a point where he does another sharp turn and shuts his lights off and veers down an alley. And after that, the car is no longer behind you.
All right, we lost it.
I
How are we
would-
doing, gang?
I would like to say at this point, Bellona's looking a little green. She's conscious, but like. Oh no, Amorette.
Like, she's gone into this mode where if you didn't know she was actually somewhat, unalive, like undead, could pass for an actual doll, stock still, not moving, no
No.
thought. Like, she's gone into
Baby.
eco mode.
Amorette, you okay? You're giving the kind of a glazed look over there. You good, buddy?
Eco mode.
Oh no.
Eco mode will end once the vehicle is not in play anymore, but is in eco mode.
Oh no.
Oh no, what have I done?
You would
Sleep
know.
mode.
So since you can drive, do you think you would have driven with Amorette anywhere previously?
I would say so, yeah, definitely.
You would know she has a phobia of large machinery. That includes cars. So she's fine-ish. She's just, not on this plane of existence at the
Shit.
moment.
We should get everybody back. And let Amorette have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, definitely.
With the evasive driving, it takes a little bit longer than previously expected. At about 11, you guys get back to the house.
Oh no, it's midday, guys.
Oh god.
Or midnight.
All right, so we head in. We gotta go straight to the armory, get our shit, get rid of this package, come home, lock everything down, and not leave the house for until the moon is done.
Well, should we? Well, we got until tonight to deliver shit. So.
Gotta go fast.
You have until dawn,
Dawn.
before sunrise.
So we gotta go and do the shit.
Yes. We do.
I think Thomas said lockdown after we deliver.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I misheard you wrong.
Don't worry. I think.
The house does have a basic armory.
Okay.
Bellona's just gonna go home, open her drawer with rows and rows of identical daggers and slip one back into her thigh garter.
Alright, so we're home.
Yep. Probably
Yeah.
pour Amorette
Cool.
a calming cuppa red.
Deep red. At the bar, we order deep red. If you order deep red Annie, you get an A. Deep red Betty, AB. If you order Arthur Bob or Arthur Bobby, you get an AB positive.
I
Okay,
think
I'm gonna
Amorette
leave
needs
you
a
for
nice,
just a minute, I'll be
chill,
right
calm
back.
O.
A nice O.
O.
Amorette. Once the car stops and doors are opening, it's like she fucking reboots, essentially. It's a second of blink blink. Existence. And she moves and gets out of the car. It's really weird to see after she's been so stock still. It's like if you were to see a gargoyle come to life,
Oh my
in
gosh.
stone. You're like, oh, that actually moves. It's that.
I've decided, based on your dissociation stance, to call you Sesame Street because you look like a
No.
Muppet.
No. No.
Oh god.
God dang
Okay,
it, Blaine.
that's fair. And she accepts this gracefully as she goes to acquire more weapons.
You have a very basic armory. So there's not like bazookas and stuff, but there's a couple of guns, a couple of handguns, a couple of rifles, some knives, some swords.
It's reliably. You could have what you lost, for sure. There's enough. Technically, the rules say for a 10-man gang, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have enough, you gear up. Do you head back out straight away?
Probably.
No.
Yay.
No.
No?
Thomas, where are you going?
I'm gonna go grab some Capri Suns.
There we go. That's smart.
Oh, something that Amorette would do before they left is she would find Silas and warn him and let him know. I know he's
So-
asleep. Well, no, he probably actually follows her schedule now. So yeah, she'd go
No,
find him.
They both follow her schedule pretty strongly. So what they do is they go to bed a few hours before dawn, and they wake up a few hours before sunset. So they match a little bit of human time and a little bit of your time.
Yeah, she'll go and warn him that be on guard, things might be coming around here.
So Silas is one of the many servants that walk around this house. The many servants. He is a tall, good-looking gentleman, a little bit on the older side. He serves Amorette. He's one of her servants, and he has an arm that matches his skin tone pretty well, with tattoos all over it. No other part of him has tattoos, only
No,
this
they-
one arm.
He does have tattoos.
on his
However,
back.
the arm tattoos are very different from the style of tattoos
Do they
that
just
he has on the rest of his body.
do they just cut off randomly at a seam? Let's say.
Probably.
A little bit. A little bit. It happened around the time that bunnies were banned from the household.
Just from her part
So-
of it.
Amorette goes to Silas. Would you like me to accompany you?
No, under no circumstance. You stay here, hunker down, find Emmerich, stay safe. That's
I
all.
will ensure the house is locked up, and I will patrol the perimeter to make sure we are safe.
You will not. You will stay safe. The house can take care of itself. Love Thomas, I'm sure Thomas has that covered. You stay safe.
I will go to the security room and keep an eye on the cameras then.
I will accept that. Thank you.
Very tall, muscular man looking at the little girl going, okay, I will
So-
stay safe in the house.
For the record, Silas is 6'5".
Yeah, this is
That is the
hilarious.
height difference happening between these two right now, as Amorette is begging this large man, who looks like he was probably part of the mafia, which he was, to stay safe.
I have a favor to ask of you. Could you just repeat "you stay safe" while looking upwards? Like, I just need to see
hold
what
on.
this looks
Hold on.
like.
I got this.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh gods.
You stay safe.
I will absolutely ensure that the household remains safe.
Fix the joy that gave.
Amorette is like, there gets a point where she'll probably, if they have the time, will briefly, rapidly climb up his back, because she gets carted around on his back all the time. Will like take her hand, turn his head so that she can look over at him and go, stare him in the eyes. Your life is more important than the house. Your life is more important than the house.
Love that.
And it is my duty to ensure that your wishes are followed to the best of my ability while protecting your prerogative and assets. He's used to talking around you. He's just like, I will agree to be locked in a room.
Said he'd be monitoring the cameras in the security room. Thank you. And then she will hop down.
The roundabout way he went about that was.
He has to. He has to.
Okay,
But no, once that's taken care of, she'll
just like hand Amorette the teacup. I'm like,
thank God.
you did seem like you needed it.
I do appreciate it.
I'm gonna text Sandy and Ula. Hello, girls. The fuckboys be out tonight, as the kids say. Stay safe. Strap up.
No.
You get a video message back going, it is pumping, thumping. There are 4 people on poles with no shirts on, 3 of which you're not sure of their gender. There are lights flashing and there's balloons and confetti falling in the background. And you get this voice note of, honey, most of them are here.
Most of them are here.
There are so many servants in this house.
I mean, Bellona doesn't have any. Yeah,
She has fuckboys visit her.
I have 3. I'll give you all of their details soon.
Imagining Oliver standing by the door of the house being like, what's Oliver doing? Because my imagination could be wrong.
Oliver, he is going down to the armory. He's grabbing some guns, maybe a grenade or 2, strapping like a dagger around his back. He's just like, okay, all right. Anyone else need weapons? Weapons check. Everyone's got weapons, right?
Did you want to check?
He points to his ring finger. I am fucking married, buddy.
That doesn't really answer my question.
Just answer the question. Do you have a weapon, yes or no?
Lifts her thigh.
Respectfully, just doesn't look, just kind of like puts his eyes up. All right, cool. Amorette, you got a weapons.
Amorette pulls out another plushie, but this one's like a plush deer. Pulls off its head. There's a knife. Shows more aesthetic blades where the old ones were. Yes.
Good to know. Thomas, do you got weapons?
He's already replaced with the exact same ludicrous amount of gold and silver on his handgun. No, it's decorative. It's not. It's lead bullets. Don't worry. And another bone knife. It's a.
What damn aesthetic toreadors.
Yeah. Listen, it doesn't do anything, but it looks nice.
All right, good to hear. All right, gang. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
So you get back in the car, you're heading to the library.
I'm
We
going
good?
back to the car.
In the car, heading to the library. Okay. 10 minutes after you start driving, about 10-15 minutes in, Amorette gets a phone call.
Amorette
Picks
has.
up the phone. Yeah,
Silent?
Amorette has a
I just realized how
smartphone.
old they were, so I was like, no, wait, they would have a phone. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mostly Nokia's, Blackberries, occasional Motorola Razr. It is the 2000s. So it's Silas on the phone going, ma'am, there's a car that has driven past the house at least twice.
Oh,
I believe it's been driving past the house more than that. I'm currently running back home. Yes, a 3rd time. Shortly after you arrived, it seemed to have been driving down the street.
Amorette will hold on one moment, and she will then address everyone in the car. There's a car that has driven past the house 3 times now. After we got there. And
Should we
she'll
drive
get back on the
back?
phone. What does it look like?
It's a blue car, seems to have some writing on the
Oh,
side. I can't see.
God
the dark-
motherfucking damn it. And we'll put the phone down. It's the car. And yes, she does curse in that voice. God motherfucking
I can
damn.
see someone behind the wheel though. It seems to be 2 or 3 individuals. Can't make them out through the glass.
Oh god.
2 or 3 people?
In the car, yes.
Yes. Amorette's more so repeating to everyone in the car.
God.
Alright. And she'll put the phone down for a second. Thomas, what defensive measures does the house have?
We got bars on the windows, doors. It's pretty typical morgue. The door's pretty heavy steel. We can always go into the armory, and then within the armory is my panic room.
Can I get a straight intelligence roll from Bellona and Oliver?
Intelligence? Okay.
Straight intelligence. Actually, intelligence investigation. You can use investigation for that.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Thomas and Amorette are having a conversation, so they aren't thinking about this the way the other 2 who've gone quiet are.
Ooh. Okay. 4 successes.
Fantastic. The car that was following you had tinted windows.
Right, you can see the people.
So, some bad news. The car that was following us had tinted windows, so,
I had 2 successes, but I guess I know the same thing now.
Amoret will get back on the phone before even hearing, like after hearing Thomas answer, but alright, it's a different car than what was following us. That is unfortunate. Lock up.
The house is already locked up. We've already armed the system.
Perfect.
They don't seem
Keep
to
me
be
updated.
in the house. They simply seem to be driving up and down the street.
Alright. Keep me updated. If you
cool.
manage to make out any details about who they are or what they look like, please let me know.
Yes, absolutely, ma'am.
I'll see you when we get back. And she'll hang up the phone. I think to her, having servants is more stressful than not having servants.
Oh my baby.
So they haven't made any move to approach the house. They've just been driving by. It's a different car. I'll be getting updates.
I'd like to take this moment to say just how much I freaking love
A
Amorette.
stamina check. If you have fortitude, you may apply it.
Fortitude.
Sorry, what just happened? You guys both started talking at the same time, so I missed what both of you were saying. I apologize.
Stamina check. You may apply fortitude for bashing damage.
We got it hit.
okay.
Who's rolling? All of us?
Everybody
All of
rolls
us,
for
I'm
themselves.
assuming, yeah.
Just straight stamina check. Okay.
With fortitude if you have, right?
So what happens is fortitude gives you an automatic success. Every dot of
Okay.
fortitude is an automatic success.
All right.
What the I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 10.
Luckily, that cancels out.
So
No success.
So 1 success with fortitude then. We're still
Okay.
going 7.
3 successes, Blaine.
3 with fortitude.
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 1.
Oh,
Hello.
fantastic.
No,
But
not
no
the
successes.
driver.
It's
Not
a
our
go, baby.
driver.
Not our driver.
As you hang up the phone, as you put the phone down, there is this noise that you can feel in the instant that it happens. All of you jerk forward. Somebody has rammed into the back of the car. And poor Oliver goes flying forward and bashes into the windshield with his tall head. He leaves a crack, bloodstain, and he is dazed. Oliver, you're going to take me 3 bashing damage.
Okay.
Vex and Thomas, you're okay. And Bellona slams into the headrest. Was Bellona in the front seat or the back seat?
Probably in the back seat with
Slams into the
Amorette.
headrest. You take one bashing damage as your nose crunches into the front of the headrest.
Even with one success. Yeah?
One success is why it's only
Okay,
the
that's
nose
fair.
that crunched into the headrest.
That is fair. I'm looking to put damage on myself. Where am I?
I'd like to
Ah.
think that the only reason Amorette doesn't like Yeet is because she's so stock still that it would take so much genuine effort
Oh my
to
God.
unlock any part of her to move.
Oh my god.
Gargoyle mode, baby!
Let's go.
Beautiful, and I
I
love
was
it.
presuming you were wearing your seatbelt.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, but I mean like it's why like she doesn't move forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get the middle seat in the back of all of the cars to have one of the like racing harnesses for a seatbelt for them.
Oh no. Why Amorette? For
So
gargoyle
you all
mode.
feel the car bash forward. The car doesn't stop. Something bashed into the back of you. The car jerks forward and you lose control for a second. You're going to need to do me a drive check. Remember, you have taken some bashing damage, so it could affect you with a penalty.
Can I see what's
Okay.
behind us?
If you look in the river mirror or if you look behind you, it is the gold car, the blue car with the tinted windows. You can't see the people driving, but there is a spot through the tinted window where you see something glowing bright enough that you can see it through the tinted windows. There's something glowing in the passenger's front seat.
2 successes.
2 successes, you still got control of the car. What do you do?
Oliver just is gonna like roll down the window, pull out his revolver, and just start shooting at the car.
Okay, roll me a firearms check. You're shooting backwards while driving, so difficulty 9.
Okay. 3. Okay. Up.
Oh no. What did you roll?
0 successes.
Well, luckily, did you roll a 1?
I did not roll a 1. I rolled
Okay.
some 2, so it was close.
Oh.
So as Oliver hits his face forwards, he's got the steering wheel, he gets control, he leans through the window, he starts pulling the trigger, bang, bang, bang. But he can't angle his arm properly to shoot directly behind. So he basically fires and hits like a shop window and a little traffic machine, the coin parking meter.
Oh my god.
Fuck that parking meter.
Sorry!
Yeah, fuck that one. Down with capitalism.
Yeah, that was capitalism.
Oliver, you just get like these very cold fingers down the back of your neck as the collar is being grabbed again, going, eyes on the road, please.
I am trying to do a lot here. We are being chased right now.
Eyes on the road.
All right, ma'am. All right. Eyes on the road. Eyes on the road.
Thomas, what's your reaction? You are uninjured and you are able to do things.
Oh God. Oh, I get to do shit. Okay. What am I
No,
doing?
you had it's Thomas's turn to do something.
Okay, I was like,
I will lean out the window and start shooting, I guess. I guess this is what we're doing.
Again, this is what we do.
hey, yo, baby, let's go.
The anxiety, the poor anxiety for like Thomas,
Shoot for the time.
right?
Let me just drop this blood point real quick for celerity. Alright.
And the blood, get another bonus action, basically.
Yeah.
So instead of attacking once, you get to attack twice.
Yeah.
Or take 2 actions.
Lordy.
And Dex firearms is 6. 2, 3, 4. 4.
So you get to tell me where you hit?
I'm gonna aim for the glowing light so it's a clip or I fire 2 per action, so that's 4 shots. 2 into the driver's side front tire and 2 where I see the glowing light.
Okay. I do need to know what gun you have.
It's the same 1911.
Is it 2 lethal or 3 lethal?
What'd you say?
2 lethal or 3 lethal?
3 lethal. Ranges are 30, 60, and 120. Rate is 2. And it fits in a pocket.
Oh, that's bad.
For who?
So choose for me, odds or even.
Oh.
What?
Odd or
Odds
even.
are even? Odd.
Let's go with that, baby.
Okay. So you fire back at the glowing light. The first bullet seems to penetrate, but after a second the glass shimmers, and the second bullet doesn't penetrate because the glass heals itself.
What?
It's like the first bullet never went in.
What?
Oh, come on!
The third bullet and fourth bullet that you fire at the driver's tire, however, it hits, and it manages to not just hit the tire, it ricochets and goes through it, threads through it again, and the second one matches. That tire pops, and that car starts wiggling and shaking and veers and crashes into the sidewalk.
Oh.
The doors
Oh,
pop,
hey, yo.
and 2 very, very skinny people pop out. There's a woman and a man. The man is darker skinned. The woman is Asian. She has insanely long hair. And they both draw their weapons and start firing on your car. But you are moving as they're getting out. So you are far enough that it's likely it's not going to hit you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to need an odd or even from each of you, please.
Oh, okay.
Let's go first for Oliver.
Even?
Okay. Bellona.
Odds.
Okay. Thomas.
Evens.
Okay. And for Amorette.
I'm also getting on the even train.
Let's go.
Okay. So, Bellona, a bullet tears through the back windshield.
Whoop.
It skims you on your cheek and slices your cheek, but it misses you. And Amorette, as you are going, you feel a thud and look down, and that teddy bear of yours no longer has a head. There's just a knife blade.
Oh, my God.
The others, the bullets do not touch you.
Gonna look at this. Just I have to replace all of these. That's what's going on in her head. She just
Should I just start buying them in bulk?
I have to.
Just gonna
But
touch her
no.
cheek and then lick it clean. But she is.
The woman.
She's
The woman.
watching them. She wants to remember these faces.
They're a little bit far to see their faces very clearly, but the man is bald. He is dark-skinned. He's fairly stocky built, but they're both skinny. That's what you notice. They're both very thin. The woman has very sharp features, long hair all the way to her butt, and her hands glow golden for a second before she looks at your car and she puts her hands down. And then you guys turn the corner and you're gone.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, I just saw chat. Excuse me, in what sort of position would she be sitting that her ass would be available for a bullet to scrape by? 6.
so she's like sitting
Bellona.
regular or she's
Up.
flipped herself.
Mooning the car.
Yes, that's exactly what she would be doing, mooning the car.
She's gotten up,
Classically.
like ass out window, dress up, just
That's one of her abilities is
feet
to
in your eyes.
Hey, Storyteller, I would like to roll to moon. That would absolutely
Roll
distract him.
to moon.
I'll accept that. Dexterity and ass cheek.
Dexterity and ass cheek.
Ass cheek.
I guess that's canon now. She has dexterity as ass cheeks, guys.
Are you guys still okay, or do you want to take intermission?
I'm okay.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
You arrive at the library. It is one of the oldest libraries in DC. It has been around for ages. It is strikingly beautiful because not only from the outside, it is this massive gray building with these white windows everywhere. It's at least 4 or 5 stories high. It's got steeples coming out the top of it. It is a very classical design of a building on the outside. But it is known for, once you get inside, it is floor upon floor upon floor of white pillars, massive glass windows, and books everywhere. It is huge for a library. It is dark and shadowy at night. You guys do see that there are no lights on inside the building. And you arrive.
Okay.
I'm gonna ungargoyle to get out of the car. That's what I'm gonna call it now.
Poor Amorette.
This is why she doesn't like cars.
I mean, Bellona's in the same boat, but not to the same point as Amorette.
So, Amorette actually took a flaw for it.
Oh my god.
That's why it is to the point that it is because it's actually a stat flaw.
That's amazing.
Um,
I love that you do this to yourself.
I got it. It's interesting.
Yeah, sell your soul to the GM.
But Amorette is not gonna be wasting too much time. She's gonna look back to Bruin in the car and getting out of the car, do a quick alive. Let's go. She doesn't want to have a hold of this thing for longer than she has to, because that is the danger. If she hands it off to the correct person, it's not her problem anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. You said the whole place looks like there's no lights on. There's
No lights.
great.
Awesome.
Any idea how we are
Super.
supposed to find this one Mr. Riggs? Without maybe yelling his name.
Does anyone want to knock on the door?
Can I try to bloodhound this shit?
Ooh.
You can.
Bloodhound
It
work?
It smells of college kids and sadness and stress.
Oh lord.
Which
There's some lovely
means
pine trees nearby.
lovely. Which means Strike's probably there's probably something off about Mr. Riggs. There's probably something out of the ordinary if, it's probably, undead. And so I don't know what the fuck else to do, because otherwise it's gonna be just random searching. So you know what? Fuck it. It can't hurt to try. I'm gonna try to bloodhound this shit.
Here we go.
Oh lordy.
Do it.
I'm going to see if I can sniff something out of the ordinary from this. That's amazing.
So we're heading up to the building, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a library, so we probably wouldn't knock as though it is a house.
Mm-hmm.
Is the door unlocked?
The main door is not unlocked.
Cool. So, anyone stop me at any point if y'all want to hop in, but I'm assuming we're just gonna go into the library.
Yes.
Oliver just has his gun out, like just following Amorette, just like, all right.
So you said it's not unlocked. It's locked then, right?
Yes, the main door is locked.
Great.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Are there other doors? Can
Not
we,
that you can see.
A window?
Oh, I'd be moving. I know, I appreciate you. You're all good.
When you walk around the building, you'll see that there is a fire exit on the side of this building. The side of the building. Does anyone have knowledge of building code?
No.
No, I
It
don't.
would fall under. It would actually fall under politics because it is legal building code.
Oh wait,
Or
I
law.
I do
If
have
you
that.
have law,
I have politics.
She would
you can
have
roll
some
straight
building.
intelligence.
She would have some building knowledge based on her special interests. It would fall more onto like Victorian homes, but
This building is hella old.
oh, perfect. Can I give it a shot?
Go for it.
So politics then, yeah.
It takes so long to roll. It just sits there shaking at me for a while. Sorry, it's really funny to me. That's just
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
So
menacing.
is it just politics or is politics and intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. 2, 3.
Three successes is not bad. I don't think it's gonna help us, but it's
I also
not
got
bad.
I also got 3 successes.
So for Bellona, you remember a couple years ago, there was, when we say a couple, we mean like 15. There was a massive petition that went through and a big budget argument because people wanted to update historic buildings for fire code. And for you, Amorette would know that fire code for these old buildings means that you have to have multiple entrances. And for traditional buildings like this that have wings, each wing would usually have one. So there'd be an identical one on either side, even possibly at the back. So when you go to this side of the building, it is also locked.
All right.
I guess.
Amorette, I can't hear you. I don't know if something's happened to your sound.
Oh, I'm mouthing things.
Oh, okay.
I am silently talking to myself.
I guess so. Motion for Oliver to. I'll grab for the door and motion for Oliver to cover.
Okay.
I'm covering Thomas's ass.
That's the ass. It's a very ass-centric session today.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
Very.
is the session of the asses.
Well, I
Ass
wasn't
man
gonna
and
say it,
rectum
but-
lad.
Ass man and rectum leg.
So eventually you guys find that the east wing has a door that's unlocked. It's actually been left ajar with something blocking it from closing. It is one of those automatic locked doors. But somebody opened it and left something blocking it so it would stay open.
Cool. So heading in very carefully and leaving something to keep that door blocked. Leaving the thing behind us.
Okay. You go inside and the building is very quiet. You can still hear noises from outside in the distance, and the highways nearby, but there is obviously very little sign of life inside. It is dark, but it's got some automated lights that get left on overnight, deeper in the building. It is this place of balconies. That's the best way to describe it, because it's not like the whole floor exists. There is massive balconies in the middle, surrounding these beautiful columns that go up everywhere, with piles of books in between the columns and stacked in built-in shelves. There must be over 1 million books in this building. It is massive. And it goes up and up and up. And you see that above you, there is a skylight letting in a little bit of moonlight as the clouds drift past.
This would be a shitty place to die.
I'm kidding.
Again.
What do you
Great.
do?
I don't know when I started
You
leading
can't
this,
talk
but
to each other.
Look, the usual way that I would do something in a situation this is literally just yell Mr. Riggs, but I'm actually playing a not stupid character, so she wouldn't.
and we can't tell anyone we're looking for him. So if we
Exactly.
yell at his name and someone
Yep.
So I guess now is the time to try to bloodhound this shit. Searching for literally any sign of life or unlife.
Intelligence investigation. Actually, this would be a perception investigation.
Okay.
I'll join in on that. I'll look through the dust on the floor for footprints.
Gotcha.
Oliver is keeping an eye on like the windows, making sure we're not being followed or anything.
We have gotten 2 posture checks and 2 hydration checks.
I did them as I saw them.
Yep, same.
Okay. That's not bad. 4 successes. I'm rolling.
Okay.
I'm thankfully that I'm rolling so much better this session than I did for session 0.5 because that was horrendous.
You have passed that torch on to Oliver.
Oh no.
Here you go. I
This
don't
is
want this.
fine.
The same way that Amorette does not want this stupid box.
So
Not
as
anymore.
as everyone is lingering at near this entrance, you guys are moving in a clump. There is almost this instinctual need to stay close to each other. Even the gents with the guns. There is a very strong feeling that you aren't alone in this place. There is a primitive part of your brain that is pricking as you move forward.
Love that.
Amorette's shoes have these tiny little heels, I presume.
Actually, no. She does not wear heels. She only wears flats.
Oh, she wears flats.
You know who does
Almost
have
like
heels?
ballet. Bellona has heels. Amorette wears
Oh.
almost ballet slipper.
Bellona
type
has
Oh,
stilettos.
So Amorette's feet are very soft as they slide along. Thomas and Bellona have dress shoes on and heels on, so you would hear this very sharp, crisp click as they walk and the click of your steps go. And for a second, when you stopped walking, there was the sound of a brief step that stopped a moment after all of you stopped. So you guys were walking and it was the click, 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 click. You get to an intersection and you guys stopped to see which way to go, which corridor to take. And after you stopped, there was 1 or 2 footsteps that you heard.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking whip my head around.
Yeah.
Can't see anything. This section is even darker than the one you came from. Those lights in the main hall, those automatic lights, there are less of them the further into the stacks you go.
Hate
If
that.
anyone has Protean would allow you night sight. The first level of Protean would give you the eyes that lets you see in the dark.
I don't have that.
I have potence. That's not gonna help out.
You can pick up a bookshelf.
Impotent. No.
You can pick up a bookshelf.
And you can jump good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Uh-huh.
I'm assuming we know what direction those footsteps came from, right? Ish. Like they weren't in front of
Oh.
us.
They weren't in front and they weren't in the
Okay.
back. They were a little bit to the side, but they didn't sound like they were coming from the ground level to the side. They sounded slightly up.
Oh no.
Okay. That's comforting.
I would like to suggest that we don't walk where people above us can see us.
That is
Unless
fair.
this person is
We were
walking
just, like-
upside down on the ceiling. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna look up just just in case. In the off chance.
For just a second, the briefest second, you thought you saw a shape and then it was shadows. Like you're not entirely sure you saw someone.
Oh shit.
Haunted.
I mean, did that set off our
Oh.
alertness in any way, shape, or form?
Does anyone have danger sense?
No, I don't.
No.
You can do an alertness perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
You can also do an
Okay.
awareness perception check if you like.
I'll do that just to cover our bases.
Me too.
Holy fucking shit.
Something fun.
Is that good? Is that
That was
That's-
a good one. That was good.
okay? I don't know with you at the moment.
I have the same exact reaction with my bad rolls. I apologize.
I got 3 successes.
Oh, very nice. How many?
3.
3.
4 successes over here.
Very nice.
Wait, 7 on
What?
the dot. Is that a success or no?
7 on the dot is a success.
Okay, yeah.
So I just realized we have 4, 3, 2, and 1 successes.
You're
Is
like
Hey,
is
yo.
estimating.
I know that for Thomas and for Oliver it is alertness awareness. You two, were you rolling alertness or awareness?
Awareness.
Awareness.
Awareness. Okay. Don't fucking touch the shadows. The shadows are not shadows.
I swear to God.
The
if-
shadows are not shadows.
Did you fucking
Am I right?
Who us? Did you just...
There are things in the dark. Don't
Am I right?
fucking touch the shadows.
Gonna pull Oliver and Thomas like a little closer and just shadows are haunted.
Thomas, for a brief second, feels a bit of his hair shift. Like the back of your hair shifted, like something brushed past.
No touching.
Oliver
Mhm.
literally heard something behind him, and as he turned, you saw a figure step past Thomas. Something slipped past the back of Thomas's head, and then that figure springboarded onto the top of a bookshelf.
Pull
If
back
Thomas
the
feels, he's missing a few strands of hair.
Ugh.
They are lying on the floor behind him.
No
Uh,
touching.
It
Oh.
didn't touch you. Something sliced off a lock of hair from the back of your head.
Oh my god. Oliver is just gonna like point the gun over to the bookshelf and just like cock back the hammer. It's like, all right, look, we're just here to deliver something. We don't need to be bad. We don't need to be enemies. Let's just talk about this.
You need to leave. And the voice is coming from behind you. Not on top of a bookshelf, but behind the bookshelf behind you.
Oh.
There's almost a sound of wind and shifting. And the same voice comes from somewhere to the left. You are not welcome. Leave.
We're here to make a delivery.
Nicole, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't recognize any of this, right?
No, you don't recognize the voice. You do recognize the feeling of the Oogie Boogie shadows. But not like on a personal level, like you've said you've experienced this Oogie Boogie before.
I will say, Amorette is tense because Amorette's been tense this entire fucking time. Because there's like the imminent threat of, death. Again. But at the same time, knowing that it's like a shadow creature, for some reason seems to have relaxed her. We can't leave until we're done with what
Bellona?
we came to do.
there's a brush of against the back of your hair, and a longer lock is missing from your hair.
Oh my god.
You guys are getting uneven haircuts.
I do not consent to my hair being cut. Let's just if you
Add that to the quote page. Please, someone add that to the quote page.
Reminds me of the great and mighty Boosh. I'm in there in the night, like the midnight barber.
Yes!
Brimming away. Well, don't be doing that to me. I do it to you.
I do it to you.
Who do you think cuts your hair? It just grows slowly. That slowly?
Who do you think cuts your hair?
You will not be warned again. Leave.
Amorette's gonna stop and it's like, it's do this thing or die, and leave or die.
Should I start blasting?
We're doing our best. No, you're
Okay.
not gonna hit it.
You're
Okay.
not going to hit it.
Amorette, for the first time, it's not inner monologue. It's the no over in his direction.
There is a click of a boot in the passage nearby, and coming out from around the bookshelf is this humanoid figure, but you can't see their features because he is, or she, or it is completely wrapped up. They have a white cloth. He looks almost like a Lawrence of Arabia style outfit, but it's black. He has his eyes visible, everything in his face is wrapped up, his neck, his hands, every part of him is wrapped up. But
Does he have a
he
ring?
steps out and he is standing in front of you. Speak.
Does he have a ring?
He does not have a ring that you can see.
Bellona's just gonna, like, look him up and down. Didn't know what she was expecting, but wasn't this. And she seems to relax slightly. And she just goes, "We're looking for someone with a ring. Do you by chance have a ring and or are expecting a delivery tonight?"
You do not need to see my master. What do you want?
Oh. Hey, who has a
Laura's
ring
gonna
for
look
the thingy again?
I'm pretty sure Thomas had it. Because I
Yeah.
think Thomas has the ring, Amorette has the box.
I'm just gonna look at Thomas and be like, perhaps if you show them what ring we're looking for.
It's on his finger.
Look.
He eases a little bit, and you didn't notice it. None of you, even the combat specialist, did not even look. He had a curved blade in his hand the length of Amorette's arm.
Whoop.
And he kind of moves his wrist and stucks it into a sheath that's hanging on his back. What are you delivering?
We delivering a ring?
No. If we tell you, and not the person we're delivering it to, we die.
Then you die.
Amorette's just here like,
Then your
Listen,
master
if we're
doesn't.
gonna die either way, we might as well die coming what we came here to do. You know what I'm saying? Your threat doesn't really. We have the same threat on both hands, so we're
they
kind of
never
fucked.
said we couldn't have it out. Theoretically, someone seeing it is not in breach of our contract. It's the best we've got.
How is Amorette the voice of reason?
Amorette's going to pull out.
Bellona was going to
Buck
go a
is
whole
going-
different direction, but like Amarette's already spoken. She's like, I can't really undermine them now.
I'm worried about what Bellona would have done. I love you. Bellona has only caused antagonism so far.
That is fair. That is fair.
Amorette's going to hold out what they've been giving. It's going to have a very secure and firm grip upon the item. And it's going to be
grasping.
firmly grasping.
He looks at you for a second, he looks at the container, and he holds out his hand. I will take it to my master. You have my word.
So it was in our contract that we can't give it to anyone but him. That would break our contract.
Yeah.
I cannot allow you near him. You cannot be taken to the library.
Okay. How about this? Is there any way we can meet in the middle? For our contracts, we must hand it over to the person who is to receive the delivery, and only to that person. Otherwise, our lives are forfeit. You believe we do not need to go see our master, do not want to threaten him, correct? Or her. Or them, I guess I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a Mr. Riggs, so...
Yes, I don't know what pronouns they fully use.
That's fine.
Is there a way we could meet in the middle and work this out to be comfortable and not deadly for everyone involved?
Roll me a
Always.
persuasion. Are you being honest?
Honest. Fully honest.
If you're being
Ooh.
honest, it's charisma persuasion. Difficulty 9.
Hey, yo, you got this.
Okay. Difficulty 9.
Can I
Sure.
assist in some way? Trying to think, what do I got here?
Hold on, I'm trying to... What? Charisma persuasion? Where? I don't
see
I don't see
persuasion
persuasion on
anywhere.
know.
Okay. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
In
I'm probably using the wrong.
I have etiquette, I have performance. Oh, I do have empathy. Oh, I have
Would it be
good
empathy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to convince somebody, so you have to connect to them.
Okay.
If you align, it would be expression or maybe empathy as well, but it would be manipulation.
I get to roll 6 days for this. Okay.
I love.
Please re-roll faster.
Is that at stake?
I have 3 successes, one of
Yes.
which was a
Yeah.
10. No
Yeah.
ones at all.
There we go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
This is why it was rolling so poorly. This.
He kind of looks at you for a second. He doesn't quite shift, and then a moment later he turns his head and he touches the middle of his forehead and seems to almost kneel in prayer. And that's the sensation that he's giving off.
Communication.
And after a minute, he stands again and he nods at you and he's like, "Come."
Let's go.
He leads you deeper into the darkest part of the library, the darkest stacks, where there's almost nothing but shadow. You can barely see some of the higher and lower bookshelves at this point because it is so dark. And those shadows seem to be almost alive. For a second, it almost looks like the shadows are writhing and reaching out. There's almost tendrils to the shadows as they pulse as you walk in. And you get to a corner that is so black you can't see the walls. After a second, he walks forward to the wall, to where the wall should be. He lays his hand against it, and then he walks through the wall and into the shadow.
I don't know if we're supposed to follow. I don't want to get this wrong. Can I roll for social cues?
You can.
That's a legitimate question right now.
I will
social
Intelligence what?
etiquette.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I can roll a lot of dice for this. So that's another 6 dice. It just stands there shaking for a while.
What are you using to roll?
I'm using the same dice roller we were using for 0.5.
Just use a Google
Okay.
Dice roller. Like, it's so much faster.
I have my aesthetic dice.
Fucking tornadoes and things.
Oh.
They're cherry blossoms and pastel. Okay, so that is 2
Mine
successes.
are this color. Werewolf, vampire. I have an unk.
I love that.
Okay, that's 2 successes.
Okay. Now that he's followed you after you've convinced him, it would be bad manners to not follow. But common sense also says the shadows are kind of screaming at you a little bit. So it's entirely up to you. If this was a
So-
more formal event, yes, it would be bad manners. But do manners really matter right now?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Okay.
Amorette.
Courage rolls. You have to do a courage roll and succeed to step into the shadows if you decide to walk through.
I will do that. I will say, because of a certain backstory thing,
Uh-huh.
do I get this to be a little bit easier?
No, because you don't have that familiar feeling.
Does this make it
Oh.
worse for Bellona?
No.
Good. Alright.
Courage rolls, yes.
Standard difficulty of 7. You just need 1 success to go force yourself to go through.
Courage.
Hell yeah! Got a 9. 1 success.
Yeah.
Y'all is brave.
I mean, the entire time that she's been dealing with the shadow people, especially now that they're not like they could die, but they're probably not gonna die at this particular second, she's relaxed a whole lot. Not, she is not, in fact, relaxed. Let me be very clear. But, yeah.
Bellona,
She-
did you make it?
I am currently rolling.
Did you go onto Vix's roller?
No, I had to find where my courage was on the sheet.
Where's your courage?
You're like,
I don't know, I'm looking.
Courage, where are you? That was 1 success, but it was a 10.
Okay. So you could reroll if you wanted. You don't really need to. All of you managed to. Okay. If you choose to walk through, you can, because you're basically forcing your brain to go, fuck it.
Okay, we ball.
We ballin'.
We're balling. We're rolling.
Us as a
Fuck it.
collective group, just fuck it, we ball.
We're just
When
gonna
you
YOLO.
like.
step through- Oh, yeah?
We're just going to 9 3/4 this shit. Let's go.
Pretty much. When you step through, there is a blast of warmth that hits you guys. Like, you were in autumn. The aircons in the library have been off. It is late at night. It is chilly in Washington. You step through, and there is this muggy warmth that hits you in the face. There
Oh.
is this beautiful red wallpaper with golden roses hand painted on. Everything is made of dark mahogany wood. There is this plush carpet that you almost feel like you sink into. The lights are not electric. There are tiny gas lanterns at periodic points around this room, and the furnishings are all about comfort and softness and richness. There are no windows you can see. There are no doors you can see. The gentleman who led you here is a spot of blackness against the carpet, kneeling deeply. His head is bowed, and he's bowing in front of a very older, austere-looking man. He looks to be in his mid-30s. He is dressed in a full formal outfit of a black robe with pants, shoes. There is almost no decoration except for the rings on his finger. He has a ring on every single finger. And he gives you zero attention as you walk in. His eyes are watching a woman. This woman has very light red hair, but it doesn't look like it's dyed. But what's striking is that she is pale like milk. Her skin is almost translucent. She is fragile and tiny, and that hair is all the way past her feet, sprawling all over the floor behind her, as she sits in this white lace dress at a desk, and she is writing and writing non-stop and speaking at the same time. There are journals of books on the shelves around you, but every book looks identical to the books next to it. If someone does a perception check, I can tell you more about the books.
I want to look at the books. Where's my
And I run to my bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Perception.
Before I go, is one of the rings the ring?
Is it?
The perception check will tell us, but actually, no, you don't need to perception check that. It is definitely one of the rings is on his finger.
Just perception, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Well, perception investigation for this.
Investigation.
Yep.
Okay. That is 3 successes, 1 which is a 10.
Okay, Thomas? Did you roll
4,
as
6.
well? Okay.
Yeah. 4, no 10s, no 1s.
Each of the shelves has a brass plaque on top of it with a country's name. Some of the names you don't even recognize anymore. And every single book is a series of dates. So it will have a start date and an end date. And then the next book will pick up after that end date and have an end date. And the next book will pick up and have an end date. So each shelf has a country or a location, and the shelves are just books of dates. And the woman is writing non-stop, and you can actually hear her mumbling at the same time in a very soft voice. Her aesthetic very much matches Amorette's aesthetic. She's wearing a delicate lace gown, very soft ballet style slippers. She almost looks waif-like. Without looking up at you, you hear this man speak, and he's just like, "Good evening. You wish to see me?" And he reaches out and he turns a page for her as she reaches the end of a page.
We'll curtsy very deeply. Obviously, this man is very worthy of respect. And even if he's not looking, Amorette's showing said respect. And in that curtsy, since the ring was there, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've been burned by this before. I remember. It involved killing a man. Anyway, Amorette will deep it. Yeah, it did. I remember. In this curtsy, will hold out the object towards him, keeping enough of a grip on it that if anyone else tried to take it, it would take a little bit of effort. But
Okay, does anyone else do anything?
Oliver follows what Amorette's doing and just kind of like does like a makeshift bow. It's kind of a bad bow because he doesn't know how to like position himself, so he's just kind of like,
A chicken wing bow.
yeah.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Somehow he ended up in a handstand.
Wow.
we don't know how he got there. He doesn't know how he got there.
We just weren't gonna ask. Just gonna do the same polite courtesy, and just ask, do we have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Riggs?
I am I am Baron Marcel von Riggs. Yes, or I was when it mattered. And he kind of glances over, sees the box, like, ah. And he looks back at the girl and he puts his hand out and he blocks the pen. And when he does that, she kind of shakes her head, sees you all. She startles. She literally is like, and has a fright. He's like, shh. And he takes her hand and he leads her up. There's a long dining room table set with candelabras, actual silverware, and porcelain china. And he places her there and snaps his fingers. A tendril of shadow comes out from your own shadow, Amorette, takes the box and retreats back down. And a second later comes out from under the table and lays it in his hand.
Oh, hey, yo.
she's thinking like, that fits with the contract. We're fine.
Please join us.
What
I don't
time
need
is
an
it?
etiquette roll.
What time is it?
Not that late, about 1, 2 a.m.
Okay, just checking.
I don't have to make an etiquette roll to know that it would be fucking rude as shit to, like, say no. So Everett will stand up. Gladly. Thank you. And we'll head over to sit.
Yeah, I'll follow suit.
I do want to, not go into this fully blindly, though, and want to look around and see if some shady shit's happening.
Since you're looking around the wall nearest the back of the tables, when you actually look, it is dark and shadowy. And standing there completely still and silent are about 6 humans.
Oh my god.
2 of them look hella pale. No one is chained down, but they are dazed. The 2 of them are pale. They are drifting back and forth, slightly staring at the ground. The other 4 are almost blank. They don't seem to be completely aware or know that they're there. Please select your meal.
I already ate.
I'm not really hungry. Thank you, though. Thank you. I'm really, I'm good.
I had
Are you sure?
I had a snack pack before we came.
Snack pack?
Blood bag.
What bag holds blood?
It's this cool little invention that humans kind of made a while ago to transfer blood from one place to the other, and everything and all that jazz. It's actually quite convenient.
Do they serve us again?
Do they what?
Serve us as they did once in the old cities.
If you ask politely.
Why would you be polite to a serf? It does as it's told. And at that, he looks up and he clicks his fingers, points at 2 of the humans, a man and a woman, and they step forward. And he takes the woman's wrist and he extends a claw, pierces her vein, and holds it up over a soup bowl. And the hot blood seeps out of her into the bowl. And when it's full enough, he licks his thumb and he covers it, heals the wound, and sends her back. And he places the bowl in front of the woman and hands her a spoon. She is not making eye contact with any of you. She looks terrified of you. If anyone has their phone on them, she almost seems to keep staring at where you keep your phone. And he pulls the man towards him and he's like, are you sure you would not like? They are fairly fresh. And he bites into the wrist. She's eating with a spoon out of the soup bowl.
I'm good.
Fine.
I do apologize. I have a whole ritual that I do around feeding.
Ah, I fully understand. It can be difficult.
You understand then. I've met so few who have the same tendencies that I do. Things must be a certain way. You know?
Masala is the same. She cannot feed directly without the screaming starting. So she eats from utensils like the kind.
I do
Jack, are you
appreciate
okay?
the offer.
You keep pulling faces.
You good, buddy?
We do the
So much of this
Oh,
is
my
hurting
lord.
Bellona right now, but she has a
Oh.
complete poker face, and I don't know how. She's very quiet. I'm gonna leave it at that. I hate you so much, Nicole. you mother. You
I just
know.
laugh.
You know what you did.
You know what game you play.
That's true.
We're not the good guys, we're the bad guys.
We're solidly neutral, guys. I think.
No, it's
I
but
would hope
there's,
so.
there's some things in the situation right now that Nicole knows. Okay. Okay.
I
He
just
releases-
realized.
the person looks a bit paler. He releases them, waves his hand, and they go back and they stand by the wall. They almost seem like mobile mannequins. They don't seem like there's a lot going on anymore backstage. He takes the box that you've delivered and he opens it. And he looks inside and he's like, ah, at last. And he opens the box and he's like, ah, at last. It has arrived. You have my thanks. And he takes out what looks like a strip of cloth. Amorette, you're in fashion, so you would know. It's a piece of tapestry cloth. And it's a fairly small strip. It's about the size of a slice of pizza.
Okay.
You do have my most sincere thanks. I presume you have been paid for the delivery?
We will be. That is of no concern.
And my thanks to those who sent you.
absolutely.
We will deliver them. Promise. And Amorette is going to stand, as that is usually social custom for, it is time for you to go. And she will give another courtesy.
Yeah, another bell, and he's getting the fuck out of here.
How many
I
of
don't
those?
like this shit.
How many of those humans does he have?
You
That we can
see
see.
6.
Okay.
Do you want to do something?
No,
What are
not
you
right
doing?
now. No.
So you stand up, and he literally is just watching you stand. She starts muttering, and she starts rocking. And he as soon as she starts making any noise, he disconnects from what you are doing and he turns to her. Not in a rude way. It's just like immediately this is where his focus goes. And if you start listening, you'll start picking up words in the muttering. Is anybody listening for what she's
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we all are, even as we're making our way towards leaving.
Well, making your way is interesting because which direction do you go? There are no doors and windows.
No,
There are
but we
no-
came we came through a very specific wall.
It's a wall now. When you came through, the shadows dissipated.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
fuck.
Oh,
We did
How
a
do we-
teleport,
Okay.
and now the teleporty place is gone.
that makes sense.
Great.
Did you do
And-
the wall thing again so we can go home maybe?
His attention is on her. You don't matter right now to him. And you pick up a few of the things she's muttering, and she starts rocking and muttering in the Dark Mother is under the City of Kings. The Dark Mother is coming for the City of Kings. The Dark Mother will fall and fail, but it will not be by the King's hand. The King's hand is there. The man in the dark is coming. A man with a hat like a rabbit. He's there. He's waiting to eat. But do you see the dead? The dead are all around. Not our dead. They're not our dead, but they're there. They're coming. It's all coming closer. The knife is already here. And he gets up and he gets her the book and opens it and places it in front of her, and she starts writing again. She seems to calm as she's writing, and once she's writing, he's like, yes. My apologies, you were saying something?
As there was one particular part of that Amorette heard, Amorette would have stepped over to Thomas and would actually have taken a hold of part of his shirt or his hand or something nearby.
Yes.
Later.
What?
Later.
You'd like to leave now?
Yes.
Yes,
If
please.
that- If not to be rude or anything, but we'd like to go.
Where would you like me
Gotta
to
go.
let you out?
Oh, the same place is fine.
The
We've-
library.
Are you sure? I could let you out somewhere else if it would suit you better.
No, it's fine.
Perhaps
Alright.
in the parking lot, if that wouldn't
Oh,
put you
of
out
course.
too much.
Thank you.
Oh, not at all. It's such a small space. And he waves his hand, and a part of the wall forms back into shadows. As you're leaving, Thomas is passing her, and she, without looking, reaches out and she grabs your arm. There is not a lot of strength in there, but she grips you and looks up at you. Not Thomas, sorry, Oliver, because he's close. And she grabs Oliver's wrist and she looks up at him and she goes, "The rats are in trouble. We're coming for the rats. The rats are in trouble. Coming for the rats. The rats are in trouble." She looks up at Thomas and looks sideways, and she stares at him for a second. It's like, "The road you'll choose. Trust the hand. The hand will guide you." Looks up at Bellona for a second. It's not a right way to go. It's not right. He'll catch you again if you go down that road. And then she looks at Amorette for a second and she just smiles at you and goes, "He's coming. Because you still have it." And then she goes back to her book and carries on writing.
Gently let goes of her hand around his wrist and okay, let's go, gang. Let's go.
Okay, I'll be here.
She
Oh.
leaves.
As the last of you walks through the shadows, the man in black stands up, follows behind you, leaves with you, and when he walks through, the shadow gateway disappears, and you're all standing in the parking lot with him standing there at attention.
Amorette will look back for a moment and will dip her head. Thank you. for hearing us out.
You are very blessed. The library chose to speak with you.
That is definitely
And-
one way of putting it. There's a lot of.
Hey, shall we
clicking.
take an intermission now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, since we are hitting like 3 hours, how are we all feeling,
Yeah.
guys?
Shall we call it here?
Yeah, I think this is might be a good place.
I think
to
this-
call.
That's what I was thinking too.
It's okay.
Anyway.
I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, this was a hell of a lot of fun. I am so intrigued right now.
Well, the theme we chose was the theme that was chosen was what we do in the shadows with the mummies with politics and intrigue.
I am so mad at you right now.
I love you.
Yabish.
Yeah.
But that was
And the funny
brilliant. Thank
part was-
you.
Jack asked my pronouns, and I was like, "She, her, that bitch."
Yeah. I'm. If you think the next time we play, I'm not changing your pronouns to that bitch, like.
Hey yo.
Okay, just before we go, then, just before we break, if we can just do a quick round of, Jack likes to call it stars and wishes,
Yeah.
and just for anything that you had a problem with, you are welcome to say. If you don't feel comfortable saying it here, you can PM. If you want to say pass, you can say pass. If you say something about another player that might be a little bit negative, please just add on something positive as well. You can share what you liked, which helps me plan the game according to what fits your guys' needs and enjoyment. You're welcome to take shots at me. I don't care. I like
Do we
criticism.
want to do this on stream?
I don't
Or-
mind doing them on stream or off stream. So up to you guys.
I'm okay either way.
I think it might be more comfortable for people if stream wasn't involved, if other people outside the group
Yeah.
Sure,
weren't
sounds good.
involved.
Well, in that case, let me end stream real quick. While I look for somebody to raid, could everyone just quickly go through who you are, where they can find you? Do you have any interesting projects coming up? Let us go. We can start from the last one first. I do believe it was.
You.
It was Oliver, wasn't it? Last.
It was Oliver.
Oh, it was Oliver.
Yeah, it was me. Hello
was-
everybody. My name is Dice and Autism. You can find me at most places called Dice and Autism and everything and all that jazz. I have a D&D radio podcast show that's going to be coming up here soon. So keep an eye for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to toss it over to Thomas.
Okay.
Uh,
So I am Blaine. I played Thomas O'Malley tonight. You can find me pretty much everywhere under Gaming Blaine. It's mostly just me being angry and screaming about my job, so be ready for that. Let's see. I had fun tonight. Let's toss it up to Vex.
I'm Vex. I'm prepared this time. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Vex Somniari. That is Twitch, that is TikTok, that is Instagram, that is Twitter. Pretty much anywhere. I'm on this stream, obviously. I'm starting up a Twitch show that is where I take TTRPG content creators, I suppose, and we try out a new game system that they have never tried before. So that'll be probably in November. Is when the first episode of that is starting out because I'm getting everything sorted out for that.
Volunteers
that's me.
tribute.
I mean, there are some people that I know, but I have to get layouts and stuff done first. I
Layouts,
use
you
he/they
say?
pronouns. Yes, I'm looking at you. Yes, I use he/they pronouns, and that is it. That's me. I played Amorette Feign. Hi, it's my character. And I'm gonna toss it over to Nicole.
I am Nicole. I am Saint to Sinners on a couple of places, but I don't do much on them other than stalk these wonderful people alive.
Nah.
That's me.
All right.
I'm the boring one.
I think we've got everyone. Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm
And thank
MiesterHypester.
you for spending time with us, guys.
It was, yeah, thanks for having us. Chat broke me a couple of times. I'm looking at you, sexy motherfucker. Anyway, thank you for being here. It was really great. I'm MiesterHypester. We are going to raid over to ADHA Adventures, who is brilliant. They're currently playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. This has been our very first session.
Unlicensed magic war crimes.
Yep.
Sorry.
This has been our very first session. Thank you for being here. You've made it great. And we are gonna see you next week. Bye.
Bye.